So, this is a login, and we just have our demo account that's on here. And I'll kind of, after we're done, just kind of give you a rundown of an account that has multiple locations. So if you have, let's say, 5 restaurants, you would see all your 5 restaurants in one single dashboard that's on here. So it's going to click on the location here, and you're getting a lot of, super basic options, just, event retrieval, which is the most common reason why people are using our system. Device health monitoring. So if a camera does go offline, if let's just say, one of your cameras, was unplugged, it's not recording, you get alerted also that there's a problem with the camera. And then at that point, you can set up a service call with, 210 Solution, your integration company, and they can be able to service the camera for you.
Okay.
Device configuration, that's pretty much being able to add more cloud storage or reduce cloud storage if you want less. And then the live viewing, that's where you can view all your cameras live. So I'm going to jump into event retrieval on here. And let me just maximize this. So I'm going to go back a little bit. So, it's really pretty easy to use. I'm going to go all the way back to, let's just say, June 1st. And I'm going to go all the way to June 30th. So we're just going to do the whole month of June that we want to go back on. And you can either select all the specific cameras, and then we have the built-in AI where you're able to search persons, vehicles, if somebody has a knife, if somebody is holding a cell phone, if somebody has a backpack. There's a lot of different objects available that we constantly update. And then you're also able to search license plates, or if somebody was wearing a shirt, let's just say that's a Nike, or if there was a UPS car or an Amazon vehicle that came by, you're able to search based on alt text. So right now, I'm not going to run any of the AI. I just want you to get an idea of how many events load for the month of June. So I'm just going to go to search. And these cameras are actually in Manhattan, so there's a lot of kind of activity. So it downloaded 65,000 events from the cloud. So if I go to, let's just say, June 1st, and I open up camera number 1, these are all the events that recorded just for that outside camera. So to download an event, it's really easy. You just double click an event. It's going to download from the cloud. And this is kind of where the AI filtering kind of comes in handy, because if you have all these events, you can really narrow down events, So on here, while the event plays back, you'll notice that there's flashing on the screen. That's anything that the AI engine detected. It's in form of an object. So we have actually a cool feature at the bottom of the toolbar called Snap to Object. And this will jump to any AI object, allowing you to kind of scrub through events a lot more quickly. So if I just kind of scrub through the event here, it's going to just jump to anything in terms of vehicles. There's a person. There's a person in a bicycle in the background. And you're able to kind of scrub through that event really quickly. So, obviously 65,000 events to go through if you don't have an exact time frame can be rough. So you can be able to do things to narrow down certain events. So at the toolbar, if we go back to new search or export, this button here, it'll bring us back to the main area. So if I go under person and objects here and I go to select, I'm going to select between a person and a backpack on here, and I'm going to make sure they match. So I'm going to keep for the month of June, I'm going to go to search, and that should be able to filter those 65,000 events to about 2,000 events for the month of June now. That's only going to contain a person and a backpack. So if I go to June 1st and I go to outside camera 1, you can see now these are all the events that have to do with a person or a backpack. So it makes it a lot easier to kind of drill down to a specific time frame, especially if you have a lot of clips in a day. So we're going to download this event from the cloud. And here we're going to just have the event play back. So now if I go back to the Snap to Object button on here, now it's only going to filter if there's a person or a person in a backpack. So it's just going to jump to anything now that are just people. And then here is our person with a backpack that's on here. So, this really kind of allows you, if an incident happens where, you just want to be able to filter just by persons or by vehicles, it really kind of allows you to find events a lot more quickly than your traditional NVR system when an event happens. Also, at the bottom toolbar, you're able to share an event. So you can, easily share this with law enforcement, or if you want to just share it to one of your employees or a general manager, and you can easily just download the event as well. So you can convert this event right to an AVI, right onto your computer, and you can also mass download all these events very quickly. So I'll just show you kind of, in terms of mass downloading an event. If I go to export events here, and I just go to search, now it's going to take all those events that we have on here. And if I just want to select the folder, let's say this is your thumb drive you have on here, if you want to just save it to a Google Drive, and you go to export now, you can just mass export all these events right onto the cloud from here. And then when you're just done, you could just minimize it. So you can actually just close it out, and then when it's done, it's going to prompt you when it's finished. So downloading events are really easy, and being able to retrieve those events, and just have it download, it just kind of makes the system a lot more easier to be able to download and access all your events. I'm just going to close out of it. So I just want to go back to the demo on here again. Go back to event retrieval. So one of the other things I was saying is being able to search by text also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way back to June, and we'll leave it up until today. And I'm just going to do a broad search. So if I go to under car plates and words, let's just say this camera's in Manhattan. So if I want to search to see if there's any police vehicles, I can type in NYPD, and I can go to add that keyword. And I'm just going to run a search. And let's see if it found anything. It looks like it found just 2 events. Let's just see for October 9th. It's going to download this event from the cloud. See what we find. So let's see what the event found. So I'm going to go back to our snap to object mode on the toolbar and just jump to wherever that event is. So here it found the police vehicle in the background right there, and then it's going by. And let's go to the 10th, and let's see what else it found. Looks like around 4:18, there's probably another cop vehicle. And yes, right over here, another police vehicle. So this kind of really allows you, depending on like your police department, whatever the emblems are or whatever text is on the vehicle. And just to kind of go back, is you're able to not only search by a full word, you could search by letters. So let's just say if there's a license plate and you only pick up the letter F on here, and I go want to search that. And let's see, we found about 94 events for the letter F. Let's just go to here. We'll go to outside camera number 1. Let me just download this event here. And we'll see what we find in terms of the license plate. We'll see what we found for the letter F on this day. This is actually, so yeah, somebody was walking with a shopping bag on here. F-I-N-O, Fino. So we pick up the letter F from the bag that was on. Yeah, you're able, that's, it does allow somebody has a shirt on, and you're able, and you recognize something. If you search the letter, you don't even need the full word. You're able to kind of find it. Let's actually go to the license. This looks like it's a license plate camera here. I just want to see what it found. But yeah, I mean, it does make things, I'm sure when you're trying to search events on your traditional system, I'm sure it has its great benefits, but really having the AI included with it allows you to really find things a lot more easier. And on here too, and the angle isn't even that great on here, FAN 5944, and it pick up the letter F just from that license plate that's on here.
Right.
So, it makes it a lot easier in terms of all that. Cool. So I want to actually, we'll go an account just so you get an idea of what like an account with multiple locations kind of looks like here. Let me just sign on. So here's an account that a customer gave us permission to just kind of showcase with it. It's a chemical manufacturing company, and they have 125 locations across the United States that are on here. And they're basically using our system to be able to do 30 days they want in the cloud, and to be able to monitor all the cameras and everything that are on site. I'll give you an example of a camera or anything ever goes offline, just kind of what you get reported on here. So here we have, if a camera goes offline here, if there's any issue, you get an alert on here, and it will show you the rundown on all the cameras that you have, and if there's anything good or bad. So here's a warning, how many cameras it's going, how long it's been offline for.
Mm.
And, and basically, you get that in terms of a report that gets sent to you when there's any issue. So part of what this customer has on here is a monitoring of all their devices that are on here.
Right.
And you can also get a rundown if you want to check without getting alert. It'll tell you basically anything in terms of cameras that have problems on here. And, anything healthy just shows white that's on there. So, part of what you're getting included with our system is a monitoring alerting, and you're also able to do all live viewing from here. So if I click, just click the icon on here, it's going to load up the live viewing. And you're essentially able to access all your live viewing right from here. And there's no port forwarding or anything that really needs to be done. Once our system gets put in, you're able to monitor all your live viewing on all the cameras.